You know that feeling when you check in your luggage for a flight? Well, have you ever thought about the hidden baggage? Not yours, but the airlines. It's the kind they can't check, can't store, and it's costing them billions. Yep, we're talking about trash. And in this explainer, we're going to uncover how a new AI is tackling the aviation industry's massive hidden waste problem.
So here's what we'll cover. First, we'll get a handle on the shocking scale of this problem. Then, we'll dig into why the old ways of dealing with it just aren't working. After that, we'll introduce the AI Smart Eye that's changing the whole game, see how its data literally turns trash into treasure, and finally, we'll look at what this all means for the future of flying.
Let's just start with a number, a really big one, 3.6 million tons. I mean, try to even picture that. That is the weight of the cabin waste that airlines generate in just 1 year. It's a mountain of stuff, and all of it has to go somewhere.
Right, so think about it like this. You're worried about your suitcase hitting that 20-kilo limit, but airlines are wrestling with millions of tons of this other baggage, all the stuff we leave behind on every single flight. It's a logistical and financial nightmare that's been hiding in plain sight.
So, let's dive in. Just how big is this problem really? Well, the numbers are pretty staggering, and they reveal a massive inefficiency right at the heart of the airline industry.
So what is all this waste even made of? Well, look at this. Nearly a quarter of it is just food and beverages. Then you've got paper, glass, plastic. A huge portion of this is either compostable or recyclable. But here's the catch. Right now, it's pretty much all just getting thrown out together.
And the financial cost is just immense. Each passenger generates nearly a kilogram of waste on average, and a full quarter of all food and drink goes completely untouched. The value of those wasted resources, a mind-blowing $4 billion a year. And on top of that, it costs the industry another $500 million just to get rid of it. It's crazy.
So why is this happening? Well, it comes down to a practice called over-provisioning. To make sure you get your meal choice, airlines will pack about 3 to 5% extra food. I mean, it sounds like good customer service, right? But what it actually means is they're flying tons and tons of food around the world, knowing from the start that it's just going to be thrown away.
Okay, so why not just sort it all and recycle it? Good question. And that's exactly where we hit a major roadblock. The old way of doing things is, to put it lightly, fundamentally broken.
The core of the issue is what you could call data blindness. Airlines are basically flying blind. They have no real idea what's being consumed versus what's being tossed out on specific flights. Was it the chicken or the fish that got left behind? The orange juice or the water? Without that data, they can't make smarter decisions, and so the cycle of waste just goes on and on.
And this is where you can see just how broken that old system really is. To manually audit less than 1% of their waste, it takes hundreds of hours and thousands of dollars. Now look at the AI system. It processes 100% of the waste in just a few hours, for about the price of a cheap lunch, with over 95% accuracy. The difference is absolutely night and day.
So, if the old way is broken, what's the new way? Well, it's time we meet the solution, a system called Garbincrew.
In simple terms, Garbincrew is a smart platform with a smart eye. It's a camera and an AI that can instantly recognize every single piece of trash. It doesn't just see it, it identifies it, it counts it, and it tells the crew exactly where to put it.
And for the crew, it couldn't be simpler. Step 1, you just hold an item under the camera. Step 2, the AI identifies what it is in milliseconds. Plastic bottle, paper cup, whatever. And step 3, a screen just flashes a color. Green for recyclable, brown for organic, and so on. It's a simple visual cue that makes sorting super fast and practically foolproof.
But sorting the trash is really just the beginning. The real magic, the real game changer here is the data. This is where we see how information can literally turn trash into treasure.
This system has something called the Y engine, and it's brilliant at connecting the dots. For instance, it might find that on short morning flights, 40% of the food is going untouched. Why? Well, because passengers already ate breakfast at home. Once you have an insight like that, you can just stop loading all that food nobody wants in the first place.
And that leads to some incredible savings. By reducing waste weight by about 100 kilograms per flight, which is totally achievable with this data, an airline could save over $421,000 in fuel costs. And that's for a single aircraft in a single year.
Now, let's scale that up. For a fleet of 100 aircraft, those savings skyrocket to over $42 million annually. All of a sudden, a smart waste bin isn't a cost, it's one of the best business decisions an airline can possibly make.
So what does this all mean for the bigger picture? This isn't just about saving money. It's about a fundamental shift in how the industry operates, a move towards what they call a circular economy.
This technology fits right in with major global trends. It supports big national sustainability goals. It helps airlines follow the lead of companies like Lufthansa and KLM who are already using AI to cut waste. It's really a move away from that old take, make, and waste model.
So what you have here is a win-win-win. It's an economic win with huge cost savings. It's an environmental win with fewer emissions and less landfill. And it's a social win because it helps build a brand that today's eco-conscious passengers can actually feel good about flying with.
Ultimately, what this is really all about is using data and AI to eliminate the very idea of trash. It makes you wonder, what if waste isn't waste at all, but simply a resource in the wrong place? Now that's the kind of thinking that could really change things.